What if events went differently in Pixar's Toy Story 2? Imagine a scenario where Woody actually was lost and sold to Tokyo, Japan. Now, I don't know if you guys remember this scenario, but there was an event that happened in Toy Story 2 where Al had stolen Woody from the garage sale and he was going to put him up for sale to be sold at the Woody's Roundup in Japan. And he was going to be boxed up, but he ended up escaping. So my fellow watchers of the multiverse, I posed the question, what if events went differently? It would be so interesting to see Woody out of the picture, especially so early in Toy Story 2. Like, none of the events of Toy Story 3 and 4 would ever have happened. So it's a really interesting question, and I do want to give a massive shout out to the people who loved the first Toy Story What If on this channel, and it's been doing very well. And I do want to say we are doing tons of requests, and this was a highly requested scenario. So again, if you guys haven't seen the first one, I would highly recommend that you check out the description down below, click that link and watch it. With that being said, let's dive into the brand new Toy Story 2 What If. The day at Andy's house starts with the sun casting playful shadows through the trees as the neighborhood comes alive with the bustle of a community yard sale. Unbeknownst to Andy, his mother mistakenly includes a box marked attic stuff at their stall, not realizing it contains Woody. As Andy's distracted by the other children and activities, he remains unaware of Woody's peril. As the yard sale progresses, Al McWiggin, the owner of Al's Toy Barn, is on the prowl incognito. He spots Woody among the boxes, recognizes the doll's rarity, and knowing Woody is part of a valuable set, he quickly concocts a plan to obtain him. Using his camera to create a distraction, Al causes Andy's mom and the other toys to look away while he stealthily grabs Woody, tucks him under his jacket, and leaves the yard sale unnoticed. Meanwhile, Andy returns to play with his toys, specifically looking for Woody to share his day's experiences. His distress grows upon discovering Woody's absence, casting a shadow over what had been a sunny, joyous morning. His mother, realizing her mistake and seeing Andy's sorrow, tries to console him, but her efforts feel hollow without Woody there. Buzz, feeling a deep responsibility to both Woody and Andy, decides to inform the other toys about Woody's fate and plan a rescue. During a somber meeting, he lays out the details. The toys react with a mix of shock and sadness, but are determined to recover their friend. Inspired by Woody's tales of bravery, Buzz rallies the toys. If Woody were here, he wouldn't let this stop him. We're going to get him back, no matter what it takes. To lift Andy's spirits, his parents buy a new toy, Emperor Zurg, hoping it might distract him from his sadness. When Zurg is introduced to Andy's room, initial tension fills the air. However, Buzz recognizes that they need all the help they can get, even from an unlikely source. As Woody ponders his fate, he is joined by new companions Stinky Pete and Jessie, who have been placed beside him following a failed auction attempt. "Looks like we're in for a ride, partner," Jessie whispers. Stinky Pete, ever the cynic, adds, "Wherever it is, it's bound to be better than a shelf, or worse, a landfill." Before they can bond further, Al checks on his latest acquisitions. Observing the climbing bids on his laptop, he mutters with a greedy glint in his eyes, "Perfect! Toy collectors in Tokyo are gonna pay top dollar for this set." Soon, the auction ends, sealing the fate of Woody and his companions. Al prepares them for shipment to Tokyo. Amidst bubble wrap and packing peanuts, a disoriented Woody lies, whispering to himself, "Wherever I'm going, I've got to keep believing. Andy, I'm sorry." Or, as the sun rises over Tokyo, Woody's box is carefully unloaded at the prestigious Tokyo Toy Museum. The curator, an avid collector of rare toys from around the globe, eagerly opens the package. His eyes light up as he carefully lifts Woody out, admiring the craftsmanship and well-preserved condition of such a beloved character. Woody is quickly cleaned and placed in a prime spot within the museum's new exhibit, dedicated to iconic toys of Western culture. As Woody acclimatizes to his new surroundings, he encounters various other Woody variants, each unique, some with different outfits, others speaking multiple languages. This gallery of doppelgangers triggers an identity crisis in Woody. He questions his own uniqueness and worth. If there are so many others just like me, what made me special to Andy? Despite the museum staff's adoration and the fascination of visitors, Woody feels more like an object than a cherished friend. Back in Andy's room, Buzz and the toys execute their daring plan. Utilizing a combination of household technology and toy ingenuity, they manage to book passage in a shipment headed for Tokyo. The journey is fraught with peril, navigating through conveyor belts, dodging crushing machinery, and avoiding detection by humans. During a particularly close call, Zurg saves a small toy, revealing a depth to his character that Buzz hadn't expected. As the journey progresses, Buzz and Zurg often find themselves at odds, but begin to form a reluctant respect for each other. Zurg shares his own story, revealing he was designed to be a villain in games, but always felt misunderstood. He sees in Andy's family a chance to be more than his programming. This revelation helps Buzz see Zurg not just as an enemy, but as a fellow toy, shaped by circumstances. Upon arrival in Tokyo, the toys navigate the vibrant and overwhelming cityscape. They encounter toys from all over the world in a local toy market, gaining allies and information about the museum. Their mission takes on new meaning as they see the global love for toys, reflecting on Woody's impact both at home and abroad. Inside the museum at night, Woody ventures out of his display case, driven by a desire to understand his place in the world. He meets an old Japanese puppet who shares wisdom about the enduring spirit of toys. We are more than what we are made of. Our spirits are shaped by the love of those who cherished us. Inspired, Woody resolves to find his way back to Andy, rekindling his hope and purpose. Buzz, Zurg, and the team finally reach the outskirts of the museum. They prepare for the final leg of their rescue mission, now united and stronger than ever. Meanwhile, Woody, standing among his variants, looks out a window towards the city lights, filled with renewed determination to return to the life where he is more than just a display piece. As dawn breaks over Tokyo, Buzz, Zurg, and the Toy Brigade approach the Tokyo Toy Museum. Using their combined skills, Rex's knowledge of security systems, Potato Head's ability to morph into different configurations, and Slinky Dog's stretchy versatility, they infiltrate the museum. Inside, the toys marvel at the extensive collection, but remain focused on their primary goal, finding Woody. Inside the museum, Woody, filled with a new sense of value after his talk with the Japanese puppet, prepares to leave his display. He bids farewell to the other Woody variants, promising to tell Andy about them and their stories, ensuring they are remembered beyond the museum walls. As he steps out of his display, he spots Buzz and the others making their way toward him. The joy and relief on his face are palpable. The reunion is emotional. Buzz and Woody embrace, reaffirming their bond not just as friends but as brothers in arms. The other toys rally around, and even Zurg is welcomed warmly. Woody thanks Zurg for helping to look after his family, Zurg, in turn, expresses his gratitude for the acceptance and friendship he's found among Andy's toys. Their exit is not smooth, however. The museum curator discovers the toys alive and moving, leading to a tense confrontation. Woody speaks up, explaining the value of love and play over being kept pristine behind glass. Moved by Woody's words and seeing the genuine bonds among the toys, the curator has a change of heart. He decides to let them go, realizing that true happiness for toys comes from being loved by children, not just admired as collectibles. As they prepare to leave Japan, Buzz's leadership is acknowledged and praised by all, solidifying his role as the leader of Andy's toys. Zurg decides to stay with the group, wanting to experience more of being a good guy and exploring his new identity beyond the programmed villain. Back in Andy's room, the return of Woody brings immense joy. Andy is overwhelmed, his belief in miracles and childhood magic restored. He hugs Woody, whispering a heartfelt, "I missed you, partner." The integration of Zurg into the playtime scenarios brings new stories and adventures, enriching Andy's imaginative world. Back in Tokyo, inspired by Woody and the other toys, the curator rethinks his approach to his collection. He starts a new initiative pairing with local schools to allow children to interact with certain toys at the museum, bringing joy and education together. He keeps a special display for Woody and his friends, commemorating their visit, which inspires visitors with the story of their incredible journey and the power of love and friendship. Woody takes his place back on the bed, looking out the window, a small smile playing on his lips as he watches the stars, reminded of the vast world outside, but content to be home, surrounded by friends and a boy who loves him. The tranquility was abruptly interrupted by the sharp ping of a breaking news alert on the television. Andy looked up, his brow furrowing slightly as he reached for the remote to turn up the volume. The face of the Tokyo Toy Museum's curator appeared, his expression serious, yet tinged with an undeniable spark of hope. Curator on TV. Ladies and gentlemen, what I am about to share might come as a shock, but it is a truth that must be revealed to the world. He motioned off screen, and the broadcast cut to startlingly clear video footage. Woody and Buzz, unmistakably alive, conversing and moving with purposeful animation within the glass confines of their recent captivity. Curator on TV. These are not mere toys. They are beings with emotions, capable of friendship, loyalty, and love. It's time we recognize and respect them as such. We end up returning to the curator, but Andy barely noticed, his gaze having drifted slowly to where Woody and Buzz sat on his shelf, looking as inanimate as ever. A mix of disbelief and wonder washed over him. He stood, the movement automatic, his legs carrying him closer to his lifelong friends, now shrouded in mystery. Andy, whispering, almost afraid. Woody, Buzz. His hand hovered, then gently pressed against Woody's worn fabric. The cowboy didn't move, gave no sign of the life Andy had just seen on the screen, yet the possibility hung in the air, as tangible as the dust motes dancing in the sunbeams. Inside his silent, still form, Woody held his breath, an old habit from his days of play. Just a little longer, partner, he thought. A surge of hope, mingling with the fear of what Andy's next words might be. Retreating, Andy stepped back, his eyes flicking between his toys and the TV, where the curator continued to unveil more footage of toys from around the globe, all astonishingly animate. He sank slowly into his chair, the impact of the curator's words settling around him like the first snowflakes of winter quiet, soft, transformative. Andy sat there, his eyes wide and thoughtful, the shadows lengthening around him. In the quiet, a new understanding began to bloom, a tentative excitement about what this meant for him and the friends who had stood by him through every joy and every challenge of his young life. And that is going to be it for What If Woody Was Sent to Tokyo, Japan. Now, it would have been very interesting to see Woody, going on a new adventure, especially alone with the other toys that he just met, with like Prospector, Jessie, and all the other gang. Like, it would have been so interesting. And also, I do want to say, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about what happened in the storyline, because it was just very fitting for me to add in Zurg and have Andy get a brand new toy because Woody was lost. Like, I think it would be really cool to see Zurg and Buzz Lightyear in the same household and see how that dynamic would really change, and seeing how that maybe they could actually become friends and save Woody. So again, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of this brand new What If episode. But that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Do make sure to subscribe, like, share, and turn those notifications on, so you and your friends are all up to date with the latest content. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next episode. Have a great day. Peace out.